David Cameron has been in the United States over the last couple of days. He's been doing all kinds of things with the US administration in order to generate more support for Ukraine is his aim. But he's turned his focus back on Russia. So let's just have a listen to this.
Today I'm in Washington having meetings with my counterparts in the US administration, but I can also announce today that we are sanctioning 2 individuals connected to the Russian intelligence agency, the FSB, for trying to interfere in our democracy. We've always known that Russia tries to do this, but today we're taking the extra step of issuing those sanctions and naming the individuals. This is unacceptable behavior. This is something that shouldn't take place, and so we're naming the individuals to call Russia out to say we know what you're doing and it has to stop.
So here we are, we're back in Russiagate again, and Russiagate UK this time. Now, the government is claiming that this organisation, Star Blizzard, which is a Russian FSB cyber actor, according to the National Cybersecurity Centre, is part of the problem here. They're saying that they've exposed a series of attempts by this organisation to target high-profile individuals and entities through cyber operations. They're talking about judges, politicians, and a whole bunch of others in an effort to undermine our democracy. So targeting, including spear-phishing of parliamentarians from multiple political parties from at least 2015 through to this year. The hack of the UK-US trade documents that were leaked ahead of the 2019 general election they're placing at the feet of these people. We're going to have a laugh at this one. The 2018 hack of the Institute for Statecraft, a UK think tank whose work included initiatives to defend democracy against disinformation. The more recent hack of the Institute for Statecraft's founder, Christopher Donnelly, whose account was compromised from December 2021, and the targeting of universities, journalists, public sector, non-government organisations, and other civil society organisations, many of whom play a key role in UK democracy. Now, I just want to choose one of those, which is the Institute for Statecraft and Chris Donnelly. If you want to find out more about that, have a look at this article and, in fact, a series of articles on the UK Column website. Of course, it was the UK Column that exclusively exposed the fact that Integrity Initiative was working from a derelict, half-demolished mill in Scotland, apparently. At least that was the address that they were using. But if you have a read at that article, Integrity Initiative, a look into the deep state, you get a clue of what I'm talking about here. I just want to bring some faces on screen, because who's been behind the whole Russiagate saga in the United States, but also in the UK? Christopher Steele, so-called former MI6 agent. He produced the Trump dossier. Stephen Halper, who's been linked with CIA, FBI, and MI6. Richard Dearlove, of course, the former head of MI6. Christopher Andrew, the official historian of MI5, all involved in pushing this narrative. And as far as the UK side goes, Christopher Steele, of course, himself, as we mentioned, involved in the Trump dossier, but also in the UK, the Russia report. He provided evidence for that, and also the Huawei dossier, and also the China report as well. So this is a cabal, a group of people within the UK that have been pushing an anti-Russian narrative for a couple of decades at the very least. Well, they were very embarrassed by the exposure of the Integrity Initiative, because that, of course, was showing that anti-Russian narratives being placed into the press through cooperative journalists and so on. This is an effort to drive public opinion towards accepting conflict with Russia, which is eventually going to become something significantly more than the kind of information hybrid war that we've got at the moment. Vanessa,